Hello students, this is Pak Ginting. Today I'd like to give you short presentations about classroom management and discipline. So let me start with the definition first, okay? Yeah. So what is meant by classroom management and discipline? This concept refers to the process of creating a positive and productive learning environment in the classroom. What is it meant by positive? Right. Positive learning environment then and productive learning environment then, okay? So this is the environment that students feel safe and supported. Feeling physically and emotionally secure, safe, is the indications of that kind of feeling. Students feel physically and safe when they are in an environment that is free from danger or harm. And this includes having safe and well-maintained classroom equipment. Proper safety protocols, desks are arranged in a way that allows students to, easily see the teacher and board. Aisles are kept clear of obstacles and emergency exits are, clearly marked. And let me talk about emotional. So what is it meant by emotional safety? So it refers to the students feeling comfortable, expressing their thoughts, feelings, ideas without fear of judgment or ridicule. So in this way, teachers can create a sort of emotionally safe environment by encouraging positive communication, being responsive to students' needs and modeling respectful behavior. So feeling supported is that also referred to having access, having access to resources, assistance, and teachers must make sure they have that kind of help, like tutoring, counseling, and other support services. Let me continue next, yeah? All right. So, why is it important? Why do we need to create positive and productive learning environment? Yeah, there I have written. So it is to promote a student's engagement and learning, and also prevent disruptive behavior. Yeah, so disruptive behavior. This is important, student. Teachers must make it sure that engagement happens and learning also, and preventing disruptive behavior. So what is it meant by disruptive behavior? That teacher must prevent this from happening. Teacher must be alert to this because this behavior results in emotional issues. Yeah. Emotional issues that keep students from learning. So disruptive behavior is any behavior that, like interfering learning, safety of others, students, yeah, in a classroom. And this type of behavior can take many forms, such as speaking out of turn, interrupting others, ignoring rules, disrespecting authority, yeah, talking and texting, on the phone during the class, bullying, being physically aggressive, and many others. So disruptive behavior can have serious consequences for both individual students, right, and the classroom as a whole. So this behavior impacts on individual students, other students, teachers, and all environment. It can lead to tension, anxiety, lack of trust between students and teachers, and this behavior can lead to poor academic performance, a lack of understanding of the subject matter, okay? All right. Now, let me talk about this one, this issue, discipline. It's also important, yeah? So discipline refers to the methods used to maintain order and promote positive behavior behavior in the classroom. Yeah, previously we talked about this kind of things, that issue, right? And discipline in the classroom involves establishing rules, an expectation for behavior, and providing consequences for misbehavior. So rules and expectations are essential, students. Yeah? So when students understand what is expected from them, they are more likely engaged in positive behavior and contribute to positive classroom environment. Okay, next slide. This one. Establishing rules and expectation. This is sort of discipline method, right? So first, setting clear guideline. Teachers must be able to, clarify this. What behaviors are acceptable and what behaviors are not. For example, a teacher may set rules around talking out of turn, staying in their seat during class, using electronic devices in the classroom. Okay? And next, communicating the rules. Teachers must communicate these rules, expectation clearly to the students. And this can be done through a class discussion, posting rules on the walls, distributing a handout to the students. And next, reinforcing positive behavior. Teachers can encourage positive behavior by praising students when they follow the rules and expectation. And this can help to create a positive classroom environment and promote culture of respect and cooperation. Okay, now let me talk about providing consequences for misbehavior. Students, providing consequences for misbehavior is also an important issue to maintain discipline in the classroom. Consequences are intended to discourage negative behavior and reinforce the importance of the rules and expectation. So there are some examples like verbal reminders. Yeah, so teachers can use verbal reminders to reinforce the rules. Yeah, for example, if a student is talking out of turn, the teacher can remind them to wait the turn. And next is a timeout. So timeout involves temporarily removing a student from the classroom environment when they are engaging in disruptive behavior. And this gives the students time to calm down and reflect on their behavior. Next is loss of privileges. Yeah. So loss of privileges is a consequence that involves taking away something a student enjoys as a consequence from his behavior. For example, a student who is repeatedly disrupting class may have their electronic device taken away for a day. However, again, providing consequences for misbehavior is important because of several issues. Okay, because of several issues. This one. First is helps to discourage. Again, help to discourage negative behavior. Next is to reinforce the importance of the rules, expectation set by the teachers, and consequences provide an opportunity for students to learn from their mistakes. So there are the reasons why, but we must be careful before we giving them kind of discipline. Next, students, I'd like to talk about engagement. So what is engagement? So engagement refers to the level of involvement. Yeah, again, level of involvement. Interest and attention students display in their learning experiences. So engaged students are actively participating in the class, like asking questions, contributing to discussion, taking responsibility for their own learning. Okay, what about learning? Learning is the process of acquiring knowledge, skills, and understanding through experience, study, or instruction. So effective classroom management and discipline should concern with this. Yeah. Okay, next one. Yeah. So then, In conclusion, when we pay attention to this, yeah, I believe that we could create effective classroom management to promote students' engagement and learning. Previously, we discussed about feeling safe, respected, engaged. Yeah. So when they are in a condition, they are more likely to participate in, making progress then in learning. Without considering classroom management and discipline, our class becomes chaotic and disruptive. Yeah? So making it difficult for students to learn. And teachers struggle to cover the necessary material. Students may become disengaged and frustrated with the learning because of the chaotic class. Next, I'd like to talk about the goals of the classroom management as discipline in a TEFL class. Yeah, there are some, point to create a safe, supportive learning environment, promote student engagement of learning, prevent disruptive behavior, respond to disruptive behavior effectively, and encourage positive behavior. I think I have already discussed this. Yeah, create a safe, supportive learning environment. So teachers must establish a safe, supportive learning environment, in which the students feel, comfortable. Making mistakes, it's fine. Yeah, asking questions is also fine. As students are not afraid of doing this. Promoting student engagement and learning. Teachers should use a variety of strategies, techniques to keep students engaged and motivated to learn, such as incorporating games, group work, interactive activities. Next, preventing disruptive behavior. Of course, teachers should establish clear rules, expectation for students' behavior and consistently reinforce this guideline to prevent disruptive behavior. Next, responding to disruptive behavior effectively. Teachers should respond to disruptive behavior in calm and consistent manner, using appropriate disciplinary techniques, yeah, to address the behavior while still promoting positive learning environment. And next is encouraging positive behavior. So teachers should reinforce positive behavior to encourage students to continue making progress. All right? Okay. Next, create a safe, supportive learning environment by establishing clear rules and expectation. And this is very important, yeah, because we are concerned with respect, responsibility, safety, use of technology, and classroom procedure. Yeah, so respect. So treating others with kindness and respect is fundamental expectation in classroom, and teachers must remind this, and this is very important. Okay. Next, responsibility. Students are responsible for their own learning and behavior. Teachers can set expectations around like attendance, completing assignment on time, participating in class discussion. And next, safety. Creating safe, supportive learning environment is critical to students' success. Teachers can establish rules around physical safety, such as not running in the classroom, as well as emotional safety, such as not tolerating, bullying or harassment. Next, use of technology. In today's digital age, technology is often a part of classroom learning. Teachers can establish guidelines around the use of technology, such as only using the device for learning purposes or setting this restriction on social media, something like that. And next is classroom procedure. Establishing clear procedure for tasks such as entering the classroom, submitting assignment, asking for help. This is very important issue. Yeah? Okay. Create a safe, supportive learning environment by building positive relationship with student. It's very important as well. Yeah? So we can do that by some issues like this one, getting to know the student. Teachers can make an effort to get to know their student by learning their names, interests, and background. And this can be done through activities such as icebreaker, survey, and something like that. Like showing interest. Yeah. Teachers can show an interest in their students' life by asking their hobbies, families, experience outside the school. And this can help build good rapport relationship with the student. Next, active listening. So listening actively to students and acknowledging their thoughts and feelings can help to create a supportive learning environment. And teachers can do this by maintaining eye contact, paraphrasing what students say, and responding empathically. Yeah? And providing support. When students are struggling academically and personally, teachers can provide support, offering extra help or resources, checking with the students. Yeah? And next is celebrating success. So recognizing and celebrating student achievement can help to build self-esteem and motivation. Although they do it a very, like small achievement, like completing the test. And teachers can do this by offering praise and providing rewards, okay, incentive, and publicly acknowledging students' accomplishment. And some others are like greeting students at the door, welcoming them to the class each day, checking with the student individually and ask how they are doing, providing opportunity to students to share interests, hobbies with the class. They are all examples about creating a safe, supportive learning environment. Next is engaging students in learning. Yeah, so students must engage in learning. So it means involving them actively in the learning process and making them learn, experience, which is interesting and stimulating. And there are some ways teachers can do that, yeah? Like active learning. So encourage the students to participate actively in the classroom, discussion, debate, something like that. Making use of technology. So integrate technology into the classroom. That makes learning effective to engage them. Okay? Or create group works, assign them in a group activities, encourage them to do collaboration, and this is going to help them learn from one to another. And personalize your learning, personalize their learning, recognizing individual students' interest preferences. That is going to help them to engage in learning process. Yeah. So, for example, just incorporate their hobbies and interests into their tasks. That's going to be very engaging. Okay. Next is managing time and resource. Teachers must be able to do this. Yeah. Manage time and resources and pay attention to lessons planning, prioritization, resource allocation, and time management. And let me talk about this just a little. Lesson planning. So effective lesson planning involves breaking down the learning objective into manageable parts. Yeah, teachers need to ensure they have sufficient time to introduce and explain reinforced concepts. Prioritization. So teachers need to prioritize the lessons assignment based on the level of the importance, relevance to the curriculum. They should focus on the most critical topics, ensuring that all students have clear understanding before moving to the next lesson. Resource allocation. Yeah. So teachers need to ensure everybody get the book, workbook, technology available for everybody. They should also ensure that resources are used effectively and efficiently. Yeah. And time management. And teachers need to manage their time effectively during the lessons to ensure they cover all the necessary materials. Okay, I think that's it for today, students. I know that there are some materials to cover, but I don't think we will cover that today. And next time I'm going to continue, yeah? Thank you very much for watching.